You guys, it's time to put our faces on, okay? No excuses. Mama is gonna look good today if it's the last thing I do. Let's get started with a little skincare, you guys. Today is my son's spring concert. It's his last spring concert in middle school. I can't believe this time is over. I remember it being so scary and stressful because I feel like middle school is terrifying. For some reason, it just feels like when there's like just that really awkward phase and you're really just like kind of learning the social dynamics. I don't know. And, you know, middle school wasn't really easy for my youngest. Then, you know, skipped 4th grade, which is a blessing and a curse, obviously. A huge blessing that he's crazy smart. Got it from me. No, he didn't. But obviously, socially, really hard. And we really had to break through some barriers and really dig deep, get help, you know, till he finally really opened up, thank God. And, you know, he was overwhelmed. He was stressed. And you guys, it came out in the form of kind of like tics. Like he started having an eye twitch. And then he proceeded to have like this like fake cough. And it was like every time he would talk or, you know, they would ask him questions. I need a facial and a microdermabrasion immediately. But seriously, we asked for help from the teachers, from the school. We got him support because I think he was feeling overwhelmed because he had been sick. He had gotten sick with the flu. It was like after COVID. And you know how you can just like kind of fall behind when you're not at school. And imagine you're a year younger than everyone else. The expectation is of you to be smart because, you know, we give kids all these titles of like where they're expecting them to be. And obviously he's so much more than just smart, but it's easy to kind of get caught up in that. And I think he was feeling the real strain of it, you guys. So I kind of just saw him getting worse, not wanting to go to school, being called from school to come pick him up because he wasn't feeling well. And it was always like this kind of cough, but he wasn't sick. And when he was home, he'd be fine. And then, you know, the next day, again, it'd be the cough. And just brutal to watch your kid. I know you guys get it. Just, you know, not knowing really what's wrong, but like also knowing something's wrong and wanting to help, but like not wanting to push it and not wanting to force them, wanting them to, you know, feel comfortable to open up. And any moms out there who are struggling with that, I will say, it was like persistence. It was like not pressuring him to answer, but like consistently asking, if that makes sense. Like every day is not after school. That's not when he'd want to chit chat. Like if I'm in the car, you're like, hey, how's school today? You know, they're like, good, fine. You know, what happened? Nothing. When they would actually talk, when they both actually talk the most, is at night. It's like before bed. And I don't know, it's just because they're avoiding bed, which is probably the case. Or they're just more tired. Maybe not as many, you know, guards up. Because when you're tired, you're like, you know, willing to talk a little bit more. And that's when he would kind of open up more. And I would just consistently ask the same question, just slightly differently. Because I was really concerned he was being bullied. That was my biggest concern when he was regressing and like not wanting to go to school and not, you know, wanting to have playdates, not wanting to be around anybody, becoming kind of reclusive at home. I really thought it was bullying or that somebody was being mean. And let me tell you something. I don't think there wasn't any bullying. I think the kids you know, there was a moment that I think they weren't so nice, and I'm sure he's experienced a little bit of that just because there was a class writing thing that a kid apologized and that he didn't know why he got so much hate. And I literally hysterically cried when I saw that. But he's never really come to me with that. And he constantly says that he does like the kids, that it's been okay. And luckily this year it has been. But, you know, at the beginning it was rough. I'm not going to lie to you. It was rough. And I constantly felt like maybe I wasn't doing right by him. And maybe this wasn't the right decision. And to see your kid just pull through, like, with just a little bit of support, you know, getting the school involved, talking to them, having people look out for him, you know, having a couple teachers that I really trusted. Because, you know, not everyone cares, but some teachers really do. And getting that support from some of the teachers, reaching out, asking for help. Again, there's no shame in asking for help. None of our kids are perfect. And I don't want us hiding away from getting help because we don't want to admit that maybe everything isn't perfect. And I was bullied in 5th grade, and it was horrendous. And it changed my perspective for life on kindness. And on people just remember how you make them feel, not what you said. And I know when I feel good about myself, I don't make people feel bad. It's like I feel like sometimes we make people feel like shit when we don't feel good, right? Because misery loves company. So, you know, all these kids giving him a hard time. Yeah, you know, he's a smart kid. He skipped a grade. He's, you know, does really well. He's different, but he's hilarious. The nicest, most generous kid. And he's amazing. And you'd be lucky to be friends with Finn. There was a moment that I felt like I wanted to force him to kind of fit in. Because I think as a parent, we're just so panicked for our kids to be different or not fit in or get hurt. I know I was like, you know, I was bullied in 5th grade, but then I really consider myself, I was very lucky to, you know, have friends and be more in that popular group that, you know, I didn't have necessarily, like I felt like I fit in. So the not fitting in didn't feel good. And it was definitely my own insecurity of feeling like my kid wasn't fitting in. And I was like, but I was cool. Like, I don't like, why is he not fitting? And having to come to terms that had nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me and everything to do with making him the best version of him and, you know, giving him that support. And we got, you know, a tutor. We got therapy at school. We started a program at recess or lunch. And little by little, you guys, he just got stronger and stronger and stronger to the point where you guys know he ran for president of the student body and won. Nothing short of a miracle. And what a little love and compassion can do. And what a roller coaster ride it's been. Like, he's graduating next week. And all of that stress, all of that, you know, not knowing if he made the right decision or been like, he is thriving. He is killing it. I cannot wait for him to go to high school. Like, he's just that kid that's going to thrive. Because he does really well with adults. And I think he'll do really well having just more options. Because where we go to school, you know, it is just a small little Catholic school. And there isn't as much, there's a lot of love, but not enough options. So I think this will be really good for Finn. And he's excited. He's been in a good mood every day. So, like, I know he's excited because he's been in a good mood every day. What else do I need to do? Okay. But anyway, you guys, it's the end. So all of that stress, all of that craziness, he has passed on the baton. He did president all year. He killed it. I am so proud of him. He's passed on the baton. Now tonight is this last spring concert, graduation next week, and that's it, you guys. That's it. He's going to high school, my baby, and he made it through. And it just goes to show you, you can get through anything. You can fucking get through anything. Guys, anyone else feeling all the feels at the end of the year? Sawyer is going to be a sophomore. And is going to be a freshman. That means we have 3 and 4 years left with our babies home. Never forget bringing them home from the hospital and literally being like, how the hell are you supposed to do this? And here we are now. Like, we did it. It's incredible. So just know you got this. No matter how hard. You will get through it. And Sawyer's had a great first year, so I'm really excited for him to go. I hope he has just as good of an experience. Obviously, Sawyer's a very different kid, but just knowing that Sawyer's there with him, and he's just such a loving brother, honestly, thank God. So I'm really excited for all the opportunities, all the new clubs, all the new things to do, all the new people. I honestly think it's going to be amazing for him. Can't wait. And for all the moms, yes, even to go to pick up, even to go to school, you bet I always got dressed. This is like what started to make me feel really good is getting dressed every day and showing up as my best self. Just because you're going to school does not mean that you're going to school to volunteer or to help out or to see your kid or to drop off for pickup. Like, it, because you look good does not make it seem like you don't care about your kids or like you're so selfish and you're such a diva because all you do is care about yourself because you're getting ready, you're putting your makeup on, you're getting dressed. No. All that is saying is that you actually give a shit about yourself and you want to show up for the people you love as the best version of you. There is nothing selfish about that. So, no excuses. We're dressed. We're ready. Let's go. Okay? Get up, get dressed. Let's do this. Mwah.